What's up, everybody? We are back again for another Friday 5 where we talk about real estate stories affecting the Triangle real estate market in hopefully 5 minutes or less. Let's get that clock started and talk about this week's stories. The first one is huge news for our market, and we can certainly attest for this. The headline from U.S. News is the hottest markets in the U.S. And this is measuring the hottest markets across the entire country using U.S. News Housing Market Index. The hottest markets across the country include markets in North Carolina, Colorado, and Texas. But look at this. The hottest market in the entire country is Raleigh, coming in at 71.7 on the Housing Market Index versus a national value of 64.4. And look down below, just shortly after Raleigh is Durham, with a close 67.3. And maybe most importantly and most proudly to me, we beat out Charlotte by a lot, and I love beating Charlotte all the time. And then here in the article, it talks about the hottest market for housing overall. It says Raleigh has a mix of strengths, including a relatively affordable monthly mortgage payment to income ratio, low unemployment, a healthy ratio of building permits to employment growth. Yet, low builder sentiment, extremely low housing supply, and a reduced level of building permits to household growth will mean continued upward pressure on prices until more housing inventory is released to the marketplace. And we can certainly attest to this. Here in the first few months of the new year, we have certainly seen demand come back from where it was in the fall, and there's certainly a seasonal aspect to that. But we are also seeing just extremely low supply out in the marketplace. The story goes on to say that the sub-indexes to the overall housing market index, using a scale of 1 to 100 for Raleigh, demand is at 73.9, supply at a very low 48.7, but the financial piece is at 92.6, which is great. It means that it's an affordable place compared to overall income. Whenever you have great income and wage growth, you are going to continue to see prices and an excellent real estate market happen here in our area. The article goes on to say that the job market in Raleigh is among the strongest in the country, gaining 35,600 jobs year over year, a rate of just over 5%, and featuring a low unemployment rate of 3.2%. The most recent job gains in Raleigh have been focused in the areas of leisure and hospitality, financial activities, and professional and business services. The median price in Raleigh, according to U.S. News, rose 8.3% year over year to $428,000, compared to the national number of $388,000. Although up from 1.1 months a year ago, the supply timeline of housing for sale, according to U.S. News, is at 2.2 months, which is extremely low. It continues that the median rent in Raleigh rose 5.4% year over year to $1,744, which compares with a national average of $1,981. And although the vacancy rate of 6.0% has trended down over the past year, it's still slightly higher than the national rate of 5.8%. In the case of Raleigh, for the month of January, the most popular keywords when searching include North Carolina, Raleigh, Wake County, and Durham. Other keywords of note included apartment, price, and real estate pricing, suggesting continued interest in households moving to new homes for sale or rent in the city of Oaks. As this article says, Raleigh is definitely the hottest real estate market in the country, and we are certainly feeling that here. All right, let's move on to our next story of the day. Kane's new North Hills buildings will move forward. Will office tenants follow? So this is referring to North Hills in North Raleigh, which is an excellent kind of live, work, play development that's been around for almost 20 years now. It was an old indoor mall that years ago John Kane and Kane Realty Corp bought and really transformed into this excellent mixed-use district. They're moving forward with a new building on the site of the former JCPenney store. But a key challenge for the whole project is a lack of large companies seeking commercial real estate office space. One North Hills is a 10-story office building with 266,000 square feet of space and will have a 6,000 square foot outdoor terrace on the 10th floor. Kane Realty CEO John Kane said one floor in One North Hills has been leased to an unnamed office tenant and that there are other prospects for office space in the building. He says the market's been a little bit slow. There's just not that many big users out there. A lot of 6,000 to 12,000 footers that are circling around. But we're betting the market is going to get better by the time the three buildings are ready for tenant upfits. And we're certainly seeing this and hearing this from different clients and consumers that their jobs are requiring them or asking them to come back into the office a couple days a week or even more. And so by the time he gets these built out, I do wonder if there will be more demand for this space. They're also developing Highland North Hills Apartments, which is a 12-story residential building with 287 units with a mix of studios, 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms that will be ready to move into in early 2024. Finally, the article says that the next phase of the main district revitalization is dependent upon City Council action, as it includes the 12, 30, and 40-story rezoning requests. City Council delayed a vote on the request multiple times last year ahead of the 2022 elections, and a new City Council pushed the matter to March, though Kane said he isn't sure it'll be addressed at that time. Kane said they have met with 4 new council members to discuss the project and the rezoning. And he stressed that the company isn't trying to push City Council as the inaction hasn't yet affected the timeline for the next phase of development. He says, we want to wait until they're comfortable so then they can be comfortable with their vote, whichever way that goes. And this is a really interesting development. This has been a really heated debate in town, especially in the North Hills district over the last year. So it'll be really interesting come March to see how City Council votes on this, or if they do vote at all. So hope this information has been helpful to you. Go ahead and subscribe here so you're making sure that you're staying up to date on all the news affecting the Raleigh real estate market, as well as discovering new communities that we explore all the time. If you need more information about building, buying, or selling in the Raleigh real estate market, let us know. Our team of real estate experts would love to be of assistance to you. We'll talk to you soon.